Greetings to all of you. My name is Polita, and I'd like us to talk about a very interesting topic today. Guess what? Should Rwanda legalize contract marriage? Some of us would say yes, and others would say no. It all depends on someone and how he or she thinks about the idea. Today, I'd like to talk about a lady called Linda Ferrantino. She said, if marriage is a contract, I really have very many contracts. And that comes to me today. If marriage is a contract, I would never go for it because I have very many contracts that I would not support adding the marriage contract. I would like us to tackle marriage in two areas, culture area and the religious area. About the Rwandan culture. In Rwanda, when you reach the age of getting married, your peers, parents, and friends all are pushing you. They're asking you, when are you getting married? When are you finding that one and only person of yours? And all you do is to tell them soon, or no, I have another vocation. And how do you think that pressure will always push you? Somebody said, love is a craziness that is healed by marriage. So contract marriage sometimes ends. So you will always have to have a craziness that is going to be healed by another contract marriage. I would not say contract marriage is totally unfair because it helps when you get a divorce. It's easy for everyone to get a share from the things and the property they have, which is a good impetus of contract marriage. But then, let's not focus on this because there are other more factors that may be harmful to someone's heart, someone's well-being, not only about the assets. But let's talk about this. Think about marriage. You're staying in the same roof. As marriage contract is defined as an agreement between two people, calling themselves married, let me call it like that, staying in the same roof but for financial benefits only. You're staying in the same roof for financial benefits. Marriage is about emotions. It's an act that comes from love. It's all about emotions. And marriage, as the Bible says, marriage is a covenant. And a covenant is something you work upon to keep, to make it perfect and live your lives together forever. While a marriage contract is going to be a contract, it's not going to be a covenant. Do you know that there is bleaching of a contract, but there is no covenant that was ever bleached? So let's take this, that Rwanda should not legalize contract marriage because it's going to harm the financials. For Charles Nhamaka, an expert in marriages here in Rwanda, said that for Rwanda, for a couple to be taken as married, they have to go in political institutions and more places to get legalized. Imagine all those finances you're going to spend in those areas just to get all those contracts that you even bleach in the end. Dear, let's talk about a relationship. As the Bible said, the Pharisees asked Jesus, is there any person who is allowed to divorce his wife? After all, a contract marriage ends, then a divorce comes in. Jesus said, no one should be allowed to divorce his or her wife because when you get married, you become one. You are no longer two. And they asked him, but Moses says we should do that. Jesus said, Moses said it because of your hard hearts, because you couldn't listen, and that's why he brought the law. But the best thing is to stay forever and ever with your wife. Let's talk about a relationship that is born by love, a relationship that is born by mutual sacrifice, and this is a covenant, not a contract marriage. So the sense of responsibility and cooperation comes in, and I think this comes with a covenant marriage, not with a contract marriage. I want us to go with this today. I want everybody out there to take marriage as a covenant. I want you to take marriage as a covenant, not a contract. Because as you take marriage as a contract, you will be focused on what you need. You want a long-term relationship. You want a relationship of sacrifices. You want an effective relationship. So if we take marriage as a contract, We are never going to have a relationship of sacrifices. You are never going to have a relationship of love. Instead, it's going to be a relationship of self-benefit. And as Linda Ferrantino said, if marriage is a contract, then she has many contracts. Let's take ourselves as we have very many contracts that we do not need to bring in marriage as a contract. Today, I call upon all Rwandans, everybody out there who would think about Rwanda legalizing contract marriage, to put an end to it, and let us support marriage that aims to a covenant, marriage that aims to bring sacrifices within a relationship. And thus this is going to lead to the development of families. Our kids are going to be raised in the same family, a family with sacrifices, a family with passion and love. Today, I call upon us to do away with legalization of contract marriage and instead focus on our marriage that we already have. Let's first make it perfect. By the way, currently Rwanda's divorce rates are increasing. This is because people are going in relationship with benefits. It's not because people are going in relationship to sacrifice, to work upon them to be long lasting. And that's why I call upon us to stop all this and do not legalize contract marriage. Thank you.